NHS will be given a huge cash injection in tomorrow's budget, likely to be billions more. But even that is not going to be enough to sort out the long-term problems the government claims it has inherited. Today, to help deal with the huge backlog of operations, it's promising to spend £1.5 billion. Over the past decade, the number of patients waiting for treatment has rocketed. The total waiting list of England now stands at more than 7.5 million. Now, one way ministers hope to bring this down is by opening new surgical hubs. Our health correspondent Rebecca Barry reports from one in North London.
83-year-old Blair has only been waiting 8 weeks for this operation on his hand.
It can be quite painful, especially at night. You know, you're quite incapacitated.
He's awake as they carry out the procedure. No general anaesthetic means faster recovery and faster discharge. And when do you expect to go home?
Today.
Today?
Yeah. And I hope to be gardening in 3 weeks' time.
This is Chase Farm Hospital in Enfield, a surgical hub. They only carry out uncomplicated, common operations like knee and hip replacements, working 7 days a week.
And when people say NHS is broken, it's simplistic and a nonsense. I've had fantastic treatment.
The government thinks creating more of these will help bring down ballooning NHS backlogs.
I think this is one effective solution for it. Sometimes up to 20 operations can take place, like joint replacements, in one day.
The waiting list for non-emergency treatment in England currently sits at over 7.6 million. To tackle that, the government says the budget will fund an extra 2 million appointments a year. And it's announced £1.5 billion for new surgical hubs. This is one of 110 surgical hubs across England. Research has shown they can increase the number of operations performed by 20%. And while many welcome the investment for more of these in the future, there are still concerns about the immediate crisis in the NHS. Some experts warning of grim months ahead.
We're working very hard at the moment to prepare for winter when we do have busier periods in the NHS. We're expanding our emergency department at Barnet Hospital to provide more capacity for emergency patients.
Even the Health Secretary admitting this alone won't fix the NHS.
I think people can see the scale of the challenge right across the board. We can't fix all of those problems in a single budget, and people wouldn't believe us if we said that we were going to.
Some say without employing more staff and getting a grip of social care, hospitals will remain overwhelmed. We'll find out the full NHS spending plans in the budget tomorrow. Rebecca Barry, ITV News, Enfield.